Hi, I'm Desirée Dunbar, and I am your dance career and holistic living stylist. It's a pleasure and honor to be here today, and it's my goal to help you fast track your dreams while also living a life that you love, finding deep fulfillment in all areas of your life. So let's get started. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about just a simple way that you can start to archive your achievements. So whether you're just starting out and you only have your recitals from your studio under your belt, or some competitions, or whether you're doing a BFA program and you have a few shows, or maybe you're in a BFA program and you haven't participated in any shows, it's all good. We just get to start from exactly where we're at. And maybe it's just a new idea to think about creating a kind of visual display of what you've been up to. The thing with dance is that it's really here and then it's gone, which is such a fun part of it, that we get to be part of this magic on stage that's really in the moment and challenges us to be completely present as we have that beautiful interchange with the audience, that reciprocal generosity of giving this beautiful art form to the audience, the vision of the choreographer, but also receiving their energy in return. And I just love that myself, being on stage in those moments. So we want to share that and to save that and even go back to some memories around that, for one. So there's kind of a personal interest there. And then the second part of that is we really want to impress our future employers. And of course we can have our resume and have everything listed on the resume, but it's so nice to have a visual representation as it's a visual art form to share with them and to really encourage them to hire us. So we're always kind of having to prove ourselves, whether it's for a dance job with a company or applying for a choreographic residency, getting a teaching job in a studio. All of those things we're going to need to prove our track record. So all of this to say, not to scare you, but to just start the wheels turning, because I want you to be thinking about this early on so that you don't miss any steps along the way. So even if you don't have any of that put together, you're in the perfect place. I know there's a reason why you arrived here with me today, and I want to get started on that. So there's a few simple ways that we can start to archive. And I know that you have saved some of your programs, or your mom has. Maybe they're in a box somewhere or in a scrapbook. And that is the perfect place to start. So starting to put together those programs. And I have with me today one of my ways of doing that, one of my ways to create that hard copy portfolio. And what I've done is to put them together in a binder, so I have easy access to them, which is honestly, it's really helped me when I've gone to update my resume, so that I have the program to refer to for the theater, for the time, the date, other dancers that were in the piece. For different resumes, you're going to list different kinds of things. So you might not have one standard resume that you need to refer to. You might have to go back to your programs. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you today. So let me just grab my binder here. Just a really simple black binder. And you can obviously get as creative as you want. This is just the way I did it. So use your wildest imagination. I'm sure you can do a great job of coming up with some creative ideas. So what I've done here is I have these tabs, see if I can show you here, and there's just different companies that I've worked with over the years, and then programs too. So the first one is Dancers Dancing, yay! Had so much fun dancing with this company for so many years. Judith Gary is the director, and so many brilliant dancers and choreographers that I got to work with. This was one of my favorite shows. I got to do a solo, the Ice Queen, with this black cape, and we did a lot of school shows where I got to scare the children. Some of the kids even peed their pants. I'm not kidding. And so anyway, so I saved all the flyers. Don't worry if you haven't done this yet. I'm not doing this to scare you. I just want you to start from wherever you're at. Here's a really old one. Okay, this is from SFU. And this was a piece that or a show that I actually did. I think it was a noon show when we used to be up on the hill, as we said, in Burnaby. We would do these noon show series and I was a choreographer and director of one of those. So this is an example. So you can see what I've done. I've just photocopied everything and just stuck it under these tabs here. There's Judith right there. And another company I danced with was Win Wave. And we went on tour to Colombia, which was such a thrill, so fun. And so I just saved some of the memorabilia from that and stuck it in here. Also, Jennifer Maskell's company, Maskell Dance. We did a piece about Emily Carr called The Brutal Telling, and that was really fun. We toured all over Western Canada with that. So again, just saved some of the programs. So you can see here, it just has all the details. So one, it's really fun to go back and look at this and just celebrate some of my accomplishments throughout my career as a dancer. And then number two, when I go to make my resume and to maybe update it or change it for different job applications, it's really easy just to find the details. So this, as you can see, just super simple. Just grab one of your binders and just start to fill it up, even if you only have one show. But I know that you've done some shows, whether they're just recitals or competitions. Okay, so that's one. So this is an archiving, it's a celebration, and it's really the beginning of getting a job. Okay, next one I have is me as a producer. And I'm not showing this to boast about what I've done. Honestly, I just want to show you ways to save your stuff. Okay, so here we go. This is, I'm trying to figure out a way to show this to you. Program, flyer, and poster all together. And I've done that for each show that we did at Moberly Arts and Cultural Center as part of the Connecting Community Dance series. And that was so fun. We did it for at least 10 years, and we invited all kinds of dancers. I'm gonna show you this one. I love this poster. So this is part of the poster. And that's Jessica and Sylvia. So we had these beautiful, talented choreographers and women come in and create these pieces and share them. And all kinds of companies, all kinds of organizations took part. And then it was my pleasure just to put the performances together and provide a place for people to share their gifts with the world. I love doing that, and that's why I'm here today with you. So you can see it's just super easy to get started. And next week we're going to talk more about a digital portfolio. So moving a step further, making it a little bit more sophisticated, so that your future employers can easily access your information online. And you may already have something like that, but hopefully I can give you a few more tips that will help you to advance that. I have one other little example, another little simple way to archive. And I know you guys are all super computer savvy, you're good with your Instagram and your iPhotos if you have a Mac. So this I made on my computer, and it's an iBook, and it was my MFA project when I was at the University of Arizona in Tucson, and I was there for a couple of years, from 2010 to 2012. It was such a pleasure to take part in that program. I had wonderful teachers and mentors and peers and students. So at the end, I made a performance, and it was in the planetarium. It was so fun. Elliot Vaughn created the music. He's actually a Vancouver composer. But we made a live musical accompaniment for the dance. And here's an example. So I just made this book myself, just online. Just stuck the pictures in. Really easy template. Just cut and paste them in there. Story time. How can I show this to you? Oh, so many good friends in here. It's so fun to go back to these. And sometimes you just stick a book away and you don't look at it, but it's moments like this where you do want to go and you want to kind of share, like I'm sharing with you. That kind of makes it all worthwhile. You kind of forget all the things that you do until you start to go back. Here's an image just actually inside the planetarium. And again, we only did the show a couple times, and it was such a fun, joyful, artistic time, and it's so nice to have it documented. So that's that. So my friends, I really want you to start to archive, to save all the materials from your performances, to save photos, even backstage photos, even testimonials like emails or texts that people send you praising your work. Save those too so that you have a nice file of them on your computer and you can print them out when you need to. So that's it for today, and I hope that you'll join me next week and we'll talk a little bit more about putting together that digital online portfolio. And take a look at the blog, and I've also included a little gift for you, a meditation to help you clear any energetic blocks you have about starting this project and even just putting yourself out there as an artist. I know that it can be challenging to start to put yourself in the public eye, so I really want to support you in that. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later.